Hey guys, welcome to the 89th, yes, we're doing back to back here, 89th edition of the Animated Ghost Profile Confidential, and I hinted at this individual in the last one. I didn't say the name, but I think the name of the title says it best. We're looking at Two-Tone, and if you're wondering who Two-Tone is, look no further than Disney's 101 Dalmatians, the animated series. Not the new one known as Dalmatian Street. No, we're talking the 1998 series. Yeah, the 1998 series, which is a hybrid series, I should say, based on both the original 1961 classic and the mid-1990s live-action movies. That is what it's based on. And Two-Tone is based on one of the characters from the live-action film. As a matter of fact, I think it's Jeff Daniels who's the lead character here. Hold on. It's Jeff Daniels who plays Roger in the live-action one. And when they're handing out the collars with the licenses and the names of the dogs, of the Dalmatian pups, Two-Tone is called. He calls her name. He goes, Two-Tone? And in she comes. Now, she doesn't look, now in the live action features, obviously she doesn't look like what she does in this image from the animated series, but the live action features is where she was established. However, it's the animated series that really gave her a personality, and I mean a personality that fans grew to adore. I mean, because here's the thing. If there's one thing I've always noticed about series, and I've talked about this before, if there's one thing I've noticed about series, is they love to give us eye candy. That's right, they love to give us eye candy. Whether it's male or female, it's eye candy. And believe me when I say, even though she was a puppy or portrayed as a pup here, or a teenager or a young adult, whatever you want to call her, Two-Tone was the eye candy in the series. Her and Perdita. That's it. Her, Perdita, and Anita, easy, kind of rhymes there, doesn't it, were the eye candy of the series. There's no doubt. There's no doubt about that. There's no doubt. And the reason I say that is the way she was designed and the way she sometimes, if not most times, was portrayed. I mean, you can consider her being like a femme fatale in the show. There's no doubt. You can consider her like a femme fatale in the show. And what's interesting about Two-Tone is her history. And her history is a unique one because she, basically when we see her, we don't see her right away. It's like after the pilot episode and everything, we start seeing all the other Dalmatian characters show up individually. It's like the first time you see them, it's kind of homage to the classic 1961 movie and live action film, except for the three main characters, which is Cat, Pig, Lucky, and Rolly. Lucky, of course, has got to be in there because he was one of the main puppies in the movies as well. But anyway, long story short, we didn't see Two-Tone until maybe an episode or two later. Now, depending on how you would view the series, because the series was both on ABC and syndication, the debut of Two-Tone in the series can vary. And how she's portrayed or she is seen is up to perspective. I mean, in some of the episodes, both ways, but mostly at times syndication, she is seen aligned with the farm dog that they meet there called Mooch, it's a farm dog, but mostly farm puppy or whatever, Mooch. She's aligned with him. He has, he basically assembles a gang. Like, she's aligned with him. She's kind of like his mole, as they would call, a woman at the side of the lead gang member or mafia member. And then he has Wither by his side, who's known, and this was pretty much established in the movie, known for peeing uncontrollably, when he has to. And then there was Dipstick, who's known for having a flea problem. So the reason I bring this up is because it's established in various parts of the series that she's pretty much the girl of Mooch. She's his mall. She's his diamond, if you will. And you think, oh, she's not going to be with anybody else. Lo and behold, you'll be wrong. You would be wrong about that, because on the ABC side of things, when it comes to broadcasting the series, according to Wikipedia and other rotations, and I even saw this for myself, Home is Where the Bark Is was the pilot episode. But immediately after Home is Where the Bark Is came on, we had our first two-parter. Now, I'm not talking same story, two minor parts and all that, like they do with Pony Life now. No, I'm talking two separate stories, two 11-minute stories. The second story is called Love 'Em or Flee 'Em. And I'll tell you this, the moment I saw this, the story episode, or the title of this episode, or this mini episode, short, whatever you want to call it, the moment I saw it, I was like, it's going to involve two-tone. Because by the time that episode came on, I'd already seen some of the episodes in syndication. So I kind of had an idea who she was. And just by watching her, it's like you knew there was something about her that made her a fan favorite in the eyes of people. Just the way she reacted, the fact that her personality matched her name, even her design matched her name. It was just something about her that made her a fan favorite. And when I saw, like I said, sorry about the interruption, my mom called to tell me she had ordered some KFC. But anyway, getting back to what I was saying, the moment I saw the title of the episode, it's like you knew who was going to be involved, because like I said, I had seen the series in syndication up to that point, so I had an idea who Two-Tone was, and I had an idea of who she was. I saw who she was, had an idea of what her personality was, saw what she looked like and everything. And so when this episode came around, I was like, oh, she's going to be involved, and I was right. I said she's going to be involved and Lucky's going to be involved, and lo and behold, I was right about that. I think a lot of us were. Because if there's one thing a lot of us fans, even back then, were hoping for, and I wasn't on the internet as much as I am now, but even back then when I was, if there was one thing a lot of us fans were hoping for, is for Two-Tone to be with Lucky and Lucky to be with Two-Tone, because it just seemed right. It just felt right. And Love 'Em and Flee 'Em did just that. It did just that, and it was great. Now, of course, the series isn't continuity based, so, after that, it was like, okay, back to the status quo. But it looked like, in my opinion, that they were separating Two-Tone away from Mooch as much as they could. They were separating her as much as they could, make her own individual character. She would have little cameo spots, speaking roles here and there. They were making her own thing. And I think what fascinated people about Two-Tone is the fact that they wanted to see more about her. It's kind of I guess you could say the Princess Luna effect that a lot of MLP bronies had when it came to Luna after her first and only appearance in the first season. They wanted to see more about her, and they didn't get a chance till the second season, all because of certain reasons. It was kind of like that. Even though you could see her involved in some ways and all that, like the short that preceded Love 'Em and Flee 'Em. She basically used a hose to help wash down an animal that became friends with them or something like that, became friends with the puppies or something like that. So, she had moments here and there, parts here and there, whatever. The point is, though, the Luna effect, as we call it, when it comes to Princess Luna and MLP, was kind of around at that time as well when it came to Two-Tone, because despite her various appearances and limited speaking roles, people wanted to see more about her. They wanted her to show up even more. They wanted her to be involved in the story more so than she's ever been. And we never got that chance. We never really got that chance. But thankfully now you got fans and fan fiction, and fan art that are basically trying to build upon that. And who knows? Maybe if Dalmatian Street is a success, which it looks like it's kind of a success, not much, maybe we might get two-tone in there. Who knows? If not already. But that's all I can really say, guys, on two-tone on this 89th, which means we're 11 away, 89th edition of the Animated Girls Profile Confidential. Let me know what you guys think down below. Comment if you like, and I will talk to y'all later.